What's up, everybody? Let's go. It's Crypto Oki. Let's check out Litecoin. Let's check out what's going on. Oh, I forgot to do this yesterday. Share screen. All right, here's the Bitcoin dominance chart that I am anticipating to roll over. Really, any time now. I would not be surprised. Any week now. Got a few touches. It's sitting pretty fat. I don't know if this makes one more high. I don't know when, but one day this is going to break. I think it's going to break sooner than later. Crypto's looking pretty nice. I mean, it's cautiously optimistic. And it's kind of outperforming other things in the market, so I think there could be. I think crypto's the play. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with just staying in Bitcoin until this thing rolls over. So there's the weekly, the scale, daily. Had a good day yesterday. Today, kind of going back. So we'll monitor this. I'd love to see the. Look at this. The 200 and the trend line are in lockstep. So when it falls over, it's going to fall over hard. This broke the 200 and fell into the trend line. We're going to break the trend line and the 200 at the same time. So I anticipate a bigger move than this. And I think there's going to be some gains to be had, to say the least. So there's the Bitcoin dominance chart without USDT, without USDC. Let's take a look at the ETH Bitcoin chart. There's that kind of downward channel that we broke out of last week, create a higher low. Let's see if we can get, I wouldn't be surprised if we get back up to this 0.042 zone in the coming months. The daily, I like this too, kind of flag out of some sort around this 200-day moving average, but this is looking pretty nice to me. As far as Ethereum goes, the one caution, we can look at Bitcoin first. Well, Bitcoin's fine, not seeing much of anything, but with Ethereum, this has been my most cautious sign here. There's a lot of selling on the order book. It can go through this, definitely can. It's done it before, but I think it's kind of something to take into account. ETH Bitcoin is actually looking pretty good. So there's that. All right, let's go into Litecoin. Let's go into Litecoin Bitcoin first. So we've kind of pulled back. I deleted this. Actually, I'm just going to do a new pattern here that I like more. Let's just call it there. Let's get some closes above this 0.000735 area. And again, let's create this other shoulder, get some symmetry here, and then start to break out higher. So I think that's fine. Not too worried about that one. Litecoin ETH is kind of coming down again into this symmetrical triangle. Definitely would rather it not break below this 0.023 area. I mean, we could survive, of course, but I'd like us to kind of just turn around here, right here, and go higher. We'll have this moving average cluster, but we'll have a little bit more support than here. So maybe we come into it, hang out around it, and then break higher. That would be nice. All right, Litecoin XRP. It's having a pullback, which is totally fine. So we have these moving averages to help us this time, and they're kind of spacing out. So that's going to help us a lot. And we're already seeing that today a little bit. So I kind of expected that XRP little XRP pump, and let's use this 41 area as support and go higher. Yeah, that's most. I guess let's just go to the Litecoin chart now. Litecoin is, I wouldn't need, it's doing great. Honestly, and yesterday we got another touch, so we're getting this cluster of touches. So I do expect us to break higher, and I think it's going to break. You never know. Either way, it's fine. But I like this cluster to break higher, or a pullback of some sort. Who knows? Before breaking out the next time, we're just making these trend lines weaker and weaker for the breakouts. But the best thing I was seeing about Litecoin was the Litecoin Bitcoin chart is fine. It's good. But this was my favorite chart recently. Just short term, I know, but it has tended to respect the order book. And we're seeing buying coming in last night. So I think this is looking pretty good. Also, just kind of on a bigger time scale, is using this historical risk level. We're just at such a low risk level. Could it go cut in half? Of course. I mean, it's been in these levels before, but it's just a good time to consider. I mean, look at it against Bitcoin. Look how much. Look how. I mean, it hasn't been working, you could say, but the risk is just so low. Could we? This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a big run. I'm not looking for Litecoin to overtake Bitcoin indefinitely, but could we get a big pump on some of these and sell into the high risk area? That'd be pretty interesting. Let's see if we can get some. So yeah, it just looks like, to me, it looks like we're in a low risk area. We're seeing signs of turning around, and could it go lower? Of course, but I think it's something to pay attention to. I mean, look at the risk against Bitcoin. It's off the charts below. Same with ETH. So um, so again, it's just showing us that we're at a low risk. I mean, I guess you can kind of infer that just by the price, but so there you have it. Litecoin showing signs of life. Um, let's kind of hold this cluster. I'd like to kind of hold this cluster, not kind of make a. Then we'll have to take more time, which would be fine too. But let's see. Maybe we get a big day out of Litecoin. I'd like that. Um, yeah, stock market just opened, so we should get some volatility here. Um, let's see the index. With that, all right. Well, yeah, let's go.